Before I started my weight loss journey, I knew that exercise was something that I didn't really like. Whether it was getting a gym membership and only going for the first couple of days before the whole membership was wasted, whether it was the thought of being hot and sweaty or having to shower more than twice a day just to cater for this new hobby that I had. Exercise was never something that I really connected with, and it almost seemed like an extra task, and I could never stay motivated. Being motivated for it was never second nature to me, which worried me because I knew going on this journey to become the healthier version of myself and to lose weight, I wanted to start to love it. I didn't want to be dreading it every single time. I wanted to find ways and methods where I could connect with it for more than just a weight loss reason.
Icy and raining, and I've got to go out for a walk in this. Oh, it's freezing outside right now, and I just can't bring myself to stepping out into the cold. I'm like terrified right now because I'm in a cozy room. I'm just not in the mood to go out into the rain. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done.
Initially, one of my biggest motivators is that I could no longer fit into any of the clothes that I used to wear. Even my summer shorts, my summer dresses, my summer skirts, they all didn't fit anymore, and I was just dressing the way I didn't want to dress. So it started off that way, but then I decided to write a plan of how I wanted to work out in the week. I started to find workouts that I was loving, I was enjoying, that I was really seeing results from, and I like to make a variation of my workouts to make sure that I'm consistently losing the weight. When our body becomes stagnant and it does the same thing over and over again, it finds it hard to lose weight, and we can find times when we're not losing weight at all. To keep this going, that's what I decided to do. When I manage my busy schedule, when I have to think about having a massive workout at the end of the day, this also contributed to me not liking working out anymore. It added to the fact that I didn't want to work out, that I didn't want to get up, and I didn't have motivation because I thought I'd have to do a huge, heavy workout in order to feel like it was working. Then I started to see results within 10 to 20 minute workouts, and when I used CHLOE Ting and Lily Sabri workouts that I found in the Emmy Wong and so many others, just like in this week's routine, it changed everything. And the questions that I often get asked still stand. How do you not lose momentum? How do you keep going? How do you not give up? And quite honestly, you might have 3 days where you feel like working out and on top of the world, then 3 days where you just don't want to see the sight of an exercise video, and it's so normal. But when you build that momentum up, just keep on going. You'd rather do half a workout, quarter of a workout, or even a 5-minute jog than to give up completely, because you want to keep that momentum going and you want to keep it up. And it's the biggest tip that I could ever give anyone going into this. The one way I started to love exercise was by eliminating this on and off thing that I used to do all the time, and this really helped me, because in order to build up a positive relationship with it, you have to keep going. Making sure we have the right nutrients while we're doing this workout and going on this journey is just as important. Many of us talk about how tired and exhausted we feel. Some days I'll wake up feeling so exhausted, unmotivated, like I really don't want to do it, but I know that my food has such a huge impact on my energy levels. When I eat high carbs, high fats all the time, get so bloated and unmotivated and heavy, and most of all sleepy. And I know that going on a fitness journey or a workout journey throughout the week is just not going to work if I'm eating so heavily. I had to change up my food entirely. This means not cutting out any foods, but really monitoring how much excessively I went on certain food groups and really bringing that back into a balanced on all the food groups instead. I had to know that protein fuels your body more when you're doing workouts, and having protein in every single meal, incorporating all the right food groups on the right amount of days. If I'm doing a leg workout, if I'm doing a stomach workout, that will also impact the different types of foods I eat on different days. And when you start to understand this and know this, it makes your process so much more easy.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Now today's video is one that's probably been one of my most highly requested videos ever, and you guys always talk to me about how did you start falling in love with exercise, how do you find that motivation where you literally some days just don't want to do it, your body feels exhausted, how do you keep going, how do you actually fall in love with the process? Because you know, weight loss journey is a very long process, and depending on where you want to get to, even if it's just a self-love journey, you will need a lot of willpower. So today I really wanted to just break down all of that and give you guys the tips based off of that, of how you can end up sort of having some helpful tips to push past that and become the best version and the healthiest version of yourself. Because actually looking back now, it's a process that you'll actually fall in love with. You'll become the strongest version of yourself, you'll become proud of yourself, and you learn this thing of cheering yourself on, because that's not a lot of what we do enough. We cheer everyone else on, we see everyone else's Instagram achievements and all their other achievements, we cheer them on. I always say weight loss journey is about learning to cheer for yourself. So going back into it, I did not like exercise at the beginning. So you're talking about someone who is genuinely speaking from a place of, I did not like it at all. I would dread it if I knew I had just bought a gym membership. The fact that, oh, I've wasted my money. I'd buy the gym membership and then I wouldn't go for 3 weeks, or the whole entire membership, I just wouldn't go. I'd have these on and off again relationships with the gym where I'd buy the membership, I'd go for a week if I'm lucky, or 3 days, and just that's it. Never ever get past that. And I'd say this is the time, this is really the time. No. When I know I have a workout to do at home in the evening, I would dread it and think about it all day and be like, why do I have to exercise? Love Island is on the TV right now, my favourite TV show. I want to read a book, I want to listen to a podcast, but I can't do those things because I have to exercise. Why do I have to get hot and sweaty? I used to despise the idea of getting hot and sweaty and having to shower for a second time in the day and feel like I haven't showered enough and I'm just about to go to school or university. And because of my workout, I still feel grubby. So how did I actually fall in love with this and find the motivation? So first of all, motivation. I wanted to really make myself proud. I knew I was not healthy at all. I was spending so much money on food and all these other things. How do I end up finding that motivation? And it has to come from a place of doing it for yourself first of all. If you're someone who maybe your family commentates on it, your friends commentate on it, you have to honestly do this for yourself, because it's only going to be you that pushes you through the hard days. And finding that motivation every single day is me writing down a daily goal, and set myself a daily goal. It becomes a lot easier to process because I'm like, okay, on Wednesday I'm going to do a quick cute 10-minute workout. And when you have that mentality, you will start to applaud yourself on. Your motivation can be creating vision boards, and I don't mean vision boards by putting all your favourite Victoria's Secret models on your wall and saying I want to look like that. I say make a vision board on how you want to be. If your vision board says I want to wear these shorts that I saw at Topshop, last year, make that a vision board, but make it applicable to you. Don't have anyone else's body in your mindset. And when every time you feel and you wake up in the morning, think about how you will feel once you've got to your goal. Think about what it will feel like to say, I have reached my goal, I have got there. And that should be what wakes you up and pushes you every single morning to be like, I crave that feeling so badly of being at my goal, and how it's going to feel to actually say that out loud. That is a huge, huge positive. Another thing is really, really watching your nutrition and food. Now, it's so easily done when we eat the wrong foods. We can feel so heavy and sluggish like nothing before. I know if I've had like a takeaway day or had a few donuts or crisps, I'll feel so heavy, sleepy, and just tired and just not in the mood for anything at all. And when you put that into perspective, you want to be thinking about, actually, you know what things are going to be helping me to feel less like that. When you're really, really watching your nutrition, you will see this huge shift on finally being able to have more energy within your body. When you start drinking your water, when you start drinking the lemon water, when you start drinking your green tea and other things like that, you are applying this amount of energy within your body that your body needs to function. We have these high levels of sugars, of fats, and all these other things. Keep those in your routine. Don't worry, you do not have to cut those out. But when we have an excessive high amount of them, you will feel tired. You will feel not in the mood. You will feel unenergized, and that is not going to help your cause at all. So you really want to put that into perspective also, that actually what's going to help your cause. I'm not saying it's going to be 100% flying stars and easy first of all, but what's going to really help your cause? Understanding and processing that you need to rest. Like, start off by 3 days a week and understand and process that that's going to be effective, and you will start to fall in love with it. Start to fall in love with the fact that you've just applauded yourself for completing a full 10-minute video. Like, that is not something to be said lightly, and so many of you guys DM me saying, is 10 minutes enough? Absolutely. A huge chunk of my weight loss was accomplished and completed by doing 10-minute workouts every single day. So when we talk about beginning to love exercise, you probably hate the concept and mentality of that you're not doing enough. Are you doing the right exercise? Are you doing enough? When you realize that you are actually doing enough and 10 minutes is more than enough, you'll then start to put more of your focus on applauding those 10-minute workouts, pushing through those 10-minute workouts, feeling energized because you're eating the right foods, and all these other things that come into play will really, really help you and aid you in falling in love with the process even more. When we start to connect with the healthiest version of ourselves, what does the healthiest version of yourself do every day? You really start to tap into her or him internally, really here, you will then start to do it in your day-to-day life, and you will start to love the process. Not to say that even now, after losing 22 kilograms, that I don't feel like, oh my goodness, I still don't want to work out today, like, oh. I'll literally FaceTime my friends or Zoom my friends and be like, did anyone do a workout today? Should we do it together over Zoom or something? Because I need that sometimes. I really really need that. And one thing is a support system, encouragement, motivation is fantastic, and that could be found through an empowering podcast. Sometimes I need to have Ariana Grande or Driving License by Olivia Rodrigo on full blast to feel empowered, and that is what's going to make you start loving that. And when you really tap into those things, really tap into your empowering podcast, you will detach away from this idea that exercise is annoying, which it can feel like that, but you really need to change your mentality on it, and doing that by empowering yourself while you're doing it, preparing yourself for it, making sure we have the right support system, right information in place to make your journey successful, and you will get there. If I could get there, I promise you, you will get there. And I love hearing all about your guys' progress when you DM me and how much these videos are helping you, and that means the world to me, because I came from a very long way, and it's something that I never ever thought I could do, so I can promise you that you will get there as well. Guys, don't forget to come over and follow my inspirational fitness page on Instagram, as well as my podcast page as well. If you want to see more week worth of workouts, do let me know, because I have so many other tips and tricks that I incorporate throughout my week, whether it's after how I deal with bloating while exercising, if I'm feeling a bit ill and I want to still get to my goal, but how do I work around that, or how do I work around it on a busy schedule, or how do I make sure I'm making the right burning processes happen, all that type of thing. Do let me know. I'll do more workouts in a weeks of workouts. Give this video a massive thumbs up if you want to see that. Please subscribe, turn your bell notifications on to get notified every single time that I upload, because I want to increase my uploads drastically for you guys, because I'm really excited to share more things that I found recently, especially after the Christmas session where I had to sort of like bounce back and regain my routines and motivation for 2021, because we will all be in a completely different place this time next year. So if you want to know more about that, do let me know in the description. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye guys.